Kencan game. Jadi pada malam hari ini saya akan membagikan formasi 4-2-2-2 yang paling seimbang. Jadi formasi ini cocok untuk digunakan melawan berbagai macam formasi. Oke, tanpa banyak basa-basi lagi, ini saya sudah siap akan bermain dengan saudara saya. Kita langsung aja menuju permainannya. Jadi di sini saya sudah mendapatkan room. Kalau teman-teman yang mau bermain online dengan orang, teman, ini saat ini sudah bisa antar konsol ya. Jadi tidak cuma satu konsol aja, tapi bisa melalui antar konsol. Ini saya di sini menggunakan PC. Saya bermain melalui Steam. Jadi akan bermain melawan teman saya yang dari PS. Jadi untuk updatean yang terbaru sudah bisa antar konsol. Ya, ini saya sudah siap masukkan roomnya. Jadi di sini tinggal masukkan roomnya, harus tinggal connect. Maaf di sini ada salah ngetik ya. Nih ya, 322 26 79. Oke, sudah connect. Jadi langsung bermain ya nih ya. Ya, ini sudah masuk match roomnya ya. Nah, kalau teman-teman yang baru bermain atau baru mencoba eFootball dengan menggunakan konsol, ini sudah bisa ya bermain dengan antar konsol. Kemarin dari streaming saya yang eh, awal kali kemarin itu suara saya tidak masuk. Jadi untuk saat ini saya menggunakan headset untuk saya bisa masuk ya suaranya di streamingnya. Terus untuk background lagu dari eFootball ini saya matikan, jadi biar tidak terkena copyright ya. Oke, ini sudah mulai terhubung. Ini tinggal nunggu aja loading ya. Kalau sudah connect nanti masuk, jadi seperti kalau teman-teman itu bermain seperti biasanya ya. Oh iya teman-teman, formasi ini cocok untuk pemula ya. Jadi secara menyerang bagus, secara pertahanan juga bagus. Makanya saya di sini me- menyimpulkan kalau formasi ini itu paling seimbang. Pertahanan kuat, untuk menyerang juga kuat. Karena apa? Nanti di sini sambil saya bermain, saya akan menjelaskannya. Ya, untuk jaring, untuk koneksi loadingnya nih cepat atau lambatnya itu tergantung dari koneksi internet saudara teman-teman ya. Oke, ini sudah masuk. Jadi di sini yang terdengar cuma suara sound effect dari klik ke tombol-tombolnya menu-menunya ini ya. Jadi nggak ada suara background lagunya. Ya, ini sudah masuk. Ya, untuk em, memulainya itu kita bisa melalui dari formasi 4-3-3. Jadi dari formasi 4-3-3 ini kita atur menjadi 4-2-2. Di sini CMF sudah benar, ini DMF sudah. Ya, jadi di sini ini saya majukan sedikit. Saya jadikan AMF. Terus ini saya LMF ya. Jadikan LMF. Ini tetap sama, jadikan RMF. Ya, jadi ini sudah menjadi 4-2-2-2. Terus di sini kalau sudah teman-teman bingung pemain mana yang cocok, ini bisa teman-teman di auto pick player by status. Oke. Oke, karena di sini secara otomatisnya eh, merah ini ya. Ini bisa diganti. Jadi Gravenberch taruh di CMF. Jadi semestinya Dominic Soboslai jadikan AMF. DMF ini pakai Alexis McAllister. Ya, karena ini merah, kita bisa menggunakan AMF. Ya, kalau Harvey ini kan creative playmaker. Itu Curtis John ini bisa dijadikan AMF karena whole player. Ya, oke. Dominic ini tadi Leicester ya. Leicester mana? Ah, ini. Terus penyerangnya saya menggunakan Nunes. Oke. Ini sudah. Oh ya, maaf. Ini LB-nya jadikan Joe Gomez. Terus secara taktik, oke. Ini individual tidak usah, langsung long ball. Oke, siap. Jadi kalau
Hello and
bermain
welcome one and all. The
secara online
atmosphere
ini,
building
jadi
very
ada
nicely
waktu,
here.
ada timer di
Gorgeous,
sebelah
gorgeous
kanan
evening. The
atas
skies are clear. The noise is fervent.
untuk
The
pergantian
atmosphere
pemain.
frenetic.
Kalau untuk formasi itu ada waktunya. Oke,
Really is quite a sight
kita
to
sudah
behold
mulai.
this. It feels like a big game. It looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground.
Oh, maaf.
The action.
Soalnya
Can he
sticknya nggak mau
finish?
connect. Maaf.
Oh, didn't catch
Ada.
it right. That's an example of the sixth sense of
Ini
opportunism that many of his ilk show. Masterful anticipation. And that's been won straight back.
Ini kenapa koneksi? Nah, oke.
He welcomes it in.
Wow.
Chance! What a wonderful goal!
Untuk sticknya.
Can you think of a better way to have started this game? Talk about how to stamp your authority on things. You've just seen it. Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion. I doubt very much that this shot a goal! Really well taken goal. Not one, but two. It is a dream start. The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient. Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you. Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here. Mbappe, he's had a shot! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash. A case now of complete control. Well, that's really... He's got soul! quality save.
Apa? Awal-awal masih penyesuaian dulu.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Looks to go up and over. Liverpool are possibly already looking at damage limitation. 3 behind with so long to play. They get a throw in. Diaz. Liverpool are 3 down and sinking. Rudiger. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Pressure.
And it's Rudiger. That looks a good ball through. Oh, that was vital. A reprieve,
Tadi masih
albeit
menyesuaikan,
perhaps
tiba-tiba
momentary.
tombol saya tidak bisa digunakan.
Mohamed Salah to McAllister. And it's lofted through here. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Alaba. And here's Brahim Diaz. Traumeri. That pass has been well intercepted. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Jones. Oh, good read. Looking for the runner. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Jadi kalau teman-teman di sini ketemu dengan
Eder
pemain yang menekan ya, jadi teman-teman untuk bertahannya itu menggunakan mess up dan pressure. Lari jangan sering-sering digunakan.
Eder Militao. Now it's Darwin. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah. Can he finish? It's a goal! Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
Oh, beruntung tadi.
Liverpool give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Well read, nice interception. Bellingham.
Kalau bisa mundur.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Now it's Bellingham. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Konate has been caught there. It's foul.
Menekan, jadi
well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Oh, ini ada komen, ada suaranya kecil. Jadi nggak apa-apa. Habis ini saya naikkan volumenya. Ini masih pertandingan, kita coba aja langsung.
It's a sweet ball that. That's a nicely measured pass.
Hati-hati ya dengan Mbappe.
Brahim Diaz.
Jadi tetap aja match up sama Ek aja. Nah, kalau ini kotak.
That was very necessary.
Ini tekan potong aja.
Referee's given a throw.
Jadi memang volumenya tidak saya keraskan ya. Takutnya feedback ya.
Bellingham. Konate is there and he can get that clear. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Brahim Diaz! Oh, he's really drilled it. I actually like to see that in shots at goal when there's a noticeable effort to get over the ball and keep it down. Gravenberg. Mohamed Salah showing good feet. Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch. Brahim Diaz. Bellingham stood up well to him there. And that's put paid to a promising move. And the pass is intercepted. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
tengahnya larikan mundur aja.
Camavinga
Ya, jaga
and
posisi.
Alaba. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Nicely aimed pass. Gomez. Looking for options for movement.
Ya.
Now it's Darwin. That's a sharp pass. And the first half
Ini
is
saya
done.
pisahkan dulu ya mic-nya ya. Cek. Oh, ini di sini.
Se ha encontrado un anciano de coche con un llavero en forma de bota de fútbol. Se ruega a su propietario que se ponga en
sudah masuk
contacto
sih ya.
con algún empleado del estadio.
Bagas. Jadi suara desktopnya nih.
Here we go again then. Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again. McAllister. Diaz. Plays a sharp little ball here. Chouameni could move up a gear here.
Jadi
Whatever
kalau
happens,
menyerang tuh
that's the
dimundurin
kind
dulu
of
aja ya.
movement which raises hope.
Di
Liverpool have their second corner now.
finesse dribble. Jadi kalau sudah dapat bola mau oper itu di finesse dribble dulu.
Madrid have the chance to go the other way.
Cek. Ya, apa masuk suaranya? Harusnya masuk
Konate
suaranya.
cuts it out. Camavinga. He's had it taken off him.
Hati-hati.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. Nunez. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time. Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, super find. Now Mbappe. Mbappe! It's in! And the lead is extended still further.
Jadi di sini
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on. And with that, the hat-trick is complete. Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display. What a player. Madrid blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Gomez. Jones. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Mendy. Bellingham. Camavinga.
kali ini mundur aja.
Mbappe. Oh, not quite. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He's got away. Vinicius Junior. And there's the hit. And yes, it's there.
Bobolan lagi.
Yet another goal in an awesome performance. just got it right. Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
Ini kalau bertahan juga.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian.
Oh, banyak bobolnya ya.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Semuanya
Nunez
on fire
has
semua
got
tuh.
himself a free kick. Now he's off and running. Mendy gets across to intercept that. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. And he has slightly undercooked that one. Quality deserted them when they really needed it. Couldn't squeeze it through. Mbappe! Mbappe! He scored!
Ngeri, ngeri.
And so clear
Ya,
that one
jadi tanya
side
gini,
are
ya
so
memang.
much better. The scoreline entirely justified. Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option. Another one! This must be his personal high. It's become a case of men against boys.
Banter-banter.
No doubt as to who... And the shots! Cleared without hesitation. Vinicius Junior. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nicely weighted ball. Rudiger. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Lovely feet. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Mendy. Rudiger. Mohamed Salah. Climbs up big. He scores! Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Ini ganti Seimbang. Aktifnya ini ganti Hervel ya. Kalau bisa ini ganti Endo atau ini. Jota nggak apa-apa. Ganti ya guys ya. Udah gini aja. Oh ya, kalau misalnya nih kurang menyerang ya atau kita di tengah ini bisa jadikan SS saja. Bisa juga ya. Ya, ini. Jadi tapi ini 4-2-1-3. Semestinya sih sama 4-2-2. Kalau 2-2-2 jadikan AMF. Tapi kalau mau kurang menyerang
Time for
jadikan
changes
SS.
on both sides, actually. Liverpool grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation.
El dorsal 8. El dorsal
Rodrigo.
10. Modric. El dorsal 16. El
Sports
dorsal
officials
11.
showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Some really good ball movement. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he's heaved it away. So that's it. It is all over. Liverpool suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
One-sided and only one winner, Peter. The players didn't show enough togetherness and it was weak throughout.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Cek. Cek 1 2 3 cek. Cek 1 2 3. Iya. Semoga suara saya terdengar ya. Oke. Ini ke dulu. Ya masuk lagi suaranya. Jadi kalau penyerangan menggunakan 4-2-2-2 yaitu bisa menyerang dari sayap, bisa menyerang menusuk dari tengah. Tapi eh, itu semua juga dari teknik kebiasaan permainan dari teman-teman ya. Nggak bisa menjamin kalau ini memang cocok gitu ya dengan gaya permainan. Kalau dengan pemain menekan tadi, itu mungkin bisa bar defense-nya diturunin 1 bar. Jadi itu lebih bertahan ya. Oke. Ini lawannya menggunakan Madrid. Madrid ini larinya kencang-kencang nih. Oke, saya coba pakai Barca ya. Harusnya suara saya sudah lebih terdengar jelas. Oke. Oh, saya tadi lupa untuk menyimpan formasinya. Tidak apa-apa ya. Seperti ini. Nah, ini kan tadi majuin. Jadikan IMF. Nah, ini kalau mau jadikan IMF juga. Kalau seperti ini pemainnya menyerang semua ya, 4-2-1-3. Ini coba jadikan IMF. Ya, jadi kita nyerangnya dari tengah terus. Dengan long ball. Ini untuk pemainnya di auto aja. Tapi di sini saya biasanya Frankie De Jong jadikan DMF. Pedri jadikan JMF. Ini dilihat profilnya. Oh, bayar. Di sini gini aja. Jadi menyerangnya itu dari LBF-nya. Di sini bertahan untuk menjaga Vinicius Juniornya. Nah, ini ada yang down. Nah, ini LB-nya nggak ada lagi penggantinya. Jadi coba dulu aja pakai ini. Oke. Ya. Oke, maaf. Ya, apa nanti bisa di-save ya. Masih kecil lah suaranya.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices
Mungkin saya
flowing.
suaranya kurang, volumenya kurang lebih keras ya.
This place is living up to its reputation as one of the
Ini mundurin aja
noisiest
1
corners of
bar.
the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus.
We have already started here.
Dani Olmo. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, this looks sharp. They'll want to make the most of this turnover. Chouameni kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he can clear it away. And that's been won straight back. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome of, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Vinicius Junior. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Forwards and with intent. Oh, that's well spotted. Camavinga. That's really well manoeuvred. Quarter of an hour played. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Camavinga. Good spot, he's seen the run. And that has been clubbed away. Nice sequence of passes this. That's surely a foul. Free kick.
Jadi di sini tuh
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Saya menggunakan tampilan preview.
And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Mbappe! Oh, special! That is a special goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. First blood drawn. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Fiddles it through. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bellingham. Back into the middle. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. And he's quick to get it clear again. Oh no, this does not look good. He's found a way through. Yamal! Dispatched clinically. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Bellingham.
Larinya kenceng-kenceng ya. Larinya kenceng-kenceng.
Chouameni. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Jadi ini main.
He won't be happy with that one. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Ball oriented ya. Kalau bisa
Rudiger.
curi-curi bola.
It's Vinicius Junior.
Tekan.
Passes short and sharp. Nicely intercepted. And here's Mbappe. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Ini jangan
That
pakai
is
sendiri
good
tackle ya.
strength.
Jadi main ini aja. Match up
Yamal.
sama pressure.
Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So
Pressing
good
semua.
from him.
Mainnya main pressing ya.
Chouameni, Camavinga,
Un minuto de descuento.
and here's
Ini mundur
Mbappe.
aja.
Nicely weighted. There's the hit! And that's caused a worry or
Yang
two.
kepancing ya.
And that'll be the last
Kalau
act of the first
kepancing,
half.
GB-nya
A
maju.
pretty decent watch this, and each
Bisa
side
masuk.
has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals
Penyerangnya
for the
musuh
crowd
bisa
to
masuk.
enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each.
Hay que salir a
What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and
skema
focus
serang
now,
saya
just to
biasanya.
try and get a little control on this game.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Now then, the ball's come loose. Lewandowski is in a really good position out wide.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mbappe goes on a run down the left wing. He'd have done well to reach that. Vinicius Junior is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And here's Rafinha. Dani Olmo! Well, the finish
Betul ya,
certainly
kalau
didn't match the build-up.
It didn't
AMM
quite come off on this occasion, but it only
bisa
needs a
ikut
gentle
menyerang
tweak.
ya.
Christensen makes the interception. That's been intercepted.
Waduh.
That was well played, well stopped.
Berat ya. Lawannya pressing.
That's really well cleared. Mendy. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Rudiger
Dan sempat
promptly
mau
onto that,
sudah di
and
pressing
that
ya.
is that. Now it's Lewandowski. Yamal. Lewandowski. Decent hit!
Betul ya.
Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think
Lawan
it was a
yang
fine
pressing
drive.
itu,
And I don't think the keeper could have
waduh.
really planned for that. I think he's a bit
Skema
unlucky in that
menyerangnya.
instance.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Mendy. Stood up well to him there. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Well, played right into his path. Lewandowski. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Pressing terus ya.
Madrid
Lari
trying to
terus tuh
orchestrate a
pemainnya.
breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball
Pressing.
quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Yamal. Pedri. Mendy spots it and intercepts.
Maaf kalau suara mic-nya ini kecil ya. Wah, mainnya udah habis. Stamina habis. Ya, ini Lewandowski-nya ganti Ferran Torres-nya Romi. Ya, ini live-nya kan mulai dimajuin ya. Sufati. Ya, ini
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7, el dorsal 21 serán sustituidos por
Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next
Se va a
substitution.
llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Can he get it through?
Itu delay ya.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Camavinga. Here's Chouameni. It's Camavinga.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Aduh.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
No, he's not getting past him there. Now it's Ferran Torres.
Wah.
Ferran Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Mundur.
Camavinga. Rodrigo powering forward here. Oh, well played. Ferran Torres looking here to chip it through. No, he's just misjudged that one.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Rodrigo. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ferran Torres.
Wah.
Ferran Torres unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Now it's Rodrigo. Bellingham. He's cut it out. Oh, ripped. And that is as far
Tipis
as
ya.
it goes. What a terrific response it
Ya,
was
jadi
to
ini bisa
adversity. What a
buat
fantastic game
teman-teman
from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very
Formasi
good.
ya.
Yamal
4-2-2,
taking in the accolades, having been
tapi
named man of the
dengan
match, and
satu
deservedly
sisi
so.
menyerang, satu sisi
Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Barcelona really were great today. They
AMF,
showed a lot of
jadi
battling
sayap
qualities
menyerang
required in
dengan
a game
AMF.
like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
Ini coba saya
Thanks to Jim
membesarkan
alongside me,
suara
and as the
mic-nya ya.
fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Cek. Ya, ini sudah lebih keras mungkin nih. Oke. Ya, jadi kalau baru main atau ganti sesi itu biasanya ada bonus-bonus dari koin, terus untuk menaikkan level, training point itu ya. Ya, kalau di sini saya cek itu suaranya sudah keras ya, tapi takutnya itu feedback. Ya, ini menggunakan Madrid lagi ya. Wah, ini berat. Coba saya pakai Manchester Blue. Sama masih. Jadi di sini saya mau menggunakan formasi 4-2-2 yang satunya sebagai sayap, satu sisi sebagai IMF gitu ya. Untuk mau sisi kanan atau kiri itu disesuaikan tim yang digunakan. Jadi pemain-pemainnya yang bagaimana. Kalau yang menyerang sayap kanannya, ya yang kiri sebagai AMF gitu ya. Ini masih sama, jadikan AMF. Oke, ini sih karena ini ada Bernardo Silva ya. Jadi yang ini RWF ya. Terus ini di auto. Ini Haaland sudah benar. Nah, ini Foden. Ya, Foden ini harusnya SS ya. Tapi ya untuk kali ini kita tetap menggunakan skema formasi seperti ini ya. Oke, sudah auto pick. Ini saya save aja biar enggak buat-buat terus ya. Oke, oh ini taktiknya jadikan long ball. Oke, harusnya sudah benar. Ya, langsung ke pertandingan aja. Jadi gimana suaranya? Apakah suara saya sudah lebih bisa didengar? Di komen ya, kasih komen, tulis di komen. Oh ya, bagi yang baru pertama kali melihat channel saya, bisa di subscribe dan saya biar lebih semangat lagi ya untuk membuat live video formasi eFootball 2025. Oke, ini saya pertahanan saya turunkan satu bat. Ya. Ya kalau kayak gini hati-hati sudah mundur ya.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal. That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Jadi itu finesse dribble ya.
Nice
Jadi di save dulu bolanya, dimundurin ke belakang.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, the dynamic Carval is someone I like looking out for because he just has a lovely energy to what he does. Always adventurous.
Ya, ini matchupnya terus
He'll be making
dipencet
those
ya.
runs continually throughout the game and still looking to get back in position. And when he
Ya
gets
kalau
in the
kayak gini
crossing
boleh
position,
di
believe
samping
me,
kotak.
He can deliver. Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about can he finish?
Ya. Hati-hati itu Bapinya itu
Just gorgeous, the most glorious,
bisa masuk
of
gitu ya.
touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Ini lumayan berat ini.
Speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Bernardo Silva. Caught offside that time.
Set.
Haaland.
Waduh, itu salah oper.
Carvajal. Eder Militao.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Here's Chouameni. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. That is good strength. Nice control. Bellingham. Camavinga. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Back in possession and ready to go again.
Pressingnya, minta ampun.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Oh, he's great chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Kovacic. Rodrigo.
Oh, kok dekat ya?
Vinicius
Wah,
Junior.
tombolnya baru saya
Almost half an
error
hour in
lagi.
now. It's a good spell of possession, this. Mbappe, chance! He scores!
Tombolnya rada ceket-ceket ini.
A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Just so
Ya,
calm
apa-apa.
under pressure, and he managed to
Lagi.
fashion a fine finish.
Mbappe demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Wah,
Madrid
Sayang,
are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Camavinga. De Bruyne. Reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Guardiol. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. He's picked his way through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Haaland. Stones. Chooses to go crossfield. Time and again they are repelled. Played back in. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior providing an outlet on that flank. Real chance!
bagus mainnya. Kacar-kacir.
And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
A case now of complete control. Foden. Oh, it's come loose. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And there's the end of the first half.
Mungkin ini ada
So no
pemain yang
shortage
kurang
of
tepat
thrills,
ya.
no shortage of fireworks, but
Tahanannya
all
kosong
very
sekali yang tengah.
one-sided. We appear perhaps headed for a cricket score at this rate, unless there is a significant change in fortune.
Oh,
It is 3-0
destroyernya
at half-time.
2. Wah. Wah, sayang. Jadi settingan autonya ini kurang tepat ya. Coba dulu.
Cambio de jugadores.
Here we go again. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Formasi is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he was alert to it. Haaland! Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And here's Vinicius Junior. Camavinga, Bellingham. He's played it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Bernardo Silva. Lewis. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority.
Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's really well cleared. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to score.
Mbappe! It's a goal!
Salah oper.
Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away.
Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
And there
Ya, ini
was
kurang
his
rapi
third,
mainnya.
and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Madrid are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Haaland has learned to stand firm and defend it.
Wush.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Kovacic. And he's picked out the run. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Kovacic. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Pressingnya ngeri. Sampai habis semua. Coba doku aja. Oh, kalau ini harus CMF. CMF. Oke.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5, el dorsal 7.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
El dorsal 21.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Camavinga at his creative best. He set up 2 goals. Just about up to 75 minutes. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Camavinga. Doku. And the counter is on. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. It's gone out for a throw-in. And he's managed to give... belts one! No, that's just wide.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Mendy. Chouameni. Camavinga.
Tendangan dari samping.
Space out wide here.
Ada samping.
Mbappe. Modric wins the duel this time. Well, they were caught in possession whilst attempting on the face of it to walk it all the way in.
Racing terus.
Chouameni. And it's played forward. Rodrigo. Modric. The final 5 minutes. Doku. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Brahim Diaz. Carvajal. That's Brahim Diaz. Rudiger. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. Eder Militao, and he's been shifted off it. Eder Militao, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rudiger spots it and intercepts. No unnecessary referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps.
Harusnya bisa
the
ya.
winners were so good at
Harusnya
times.
bisa.
A side that can and
Cuma kalau Manchester City RW-nya itu kurang maksimal. Harusnya Bernardo Silva itu AMF aja. Oh ya, di sini ini juga kalau dari PC ini ya, saya dari laptop ini, saya lihatnya ini sambil streaming itu preview. Jadi kayak ada delay. Kayak gak seperti kalau langsung di tampilan utamanya ya. Harusnya bisa itu pakai monitor. Cuma saya sudah gak ada monitor, jadi ya pakai previewnya dari OBS saja. Ya ini Tottenham. Ya coba Manchester dulu aja dah. Formasi standarnya nih 4-3-3 defaultnya. Ya ini tetap aja pakai 4-2-2. Wastunnya ini akan jadi destroy. RB-nya Ruiz. Ini build up. Kiri ini Ake. Nah, ini nih harusnya ya. Oh ya S-nya di ada S. Rilis info Gundogan. Gundogan aja dah. Ya, karena ini Phil Foden-nya udah aja. Karena Phil Foden-nya turun ya, jadi nggak ada pilihan SS. AMF-nya juga, oh iya harusnya Bernardo
Welcome to
Silva
those who
bisa.
have joined us all here on a
Sampai dulu
beautiful
nih.
clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is
Ini
the
bertahan
place to
aja.
be. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Couldn't squeeze it through. Fires from
Itu ya.
distance.
Karena delay itu opernya kadang ngoper nggak bisa ngarahin.
Lewis, well seen, saw that coming.
Nggak bisa langsung ngoper.
So good from him. And it's Son Heung-min. And the pass is intercepted. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, it's a sweet ball that. And here's Son Heung-min. That's a little off target. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Guardiola, Peter, is a fella who appeared on the scene after a meteoric rise on the international scene, but he really is, for me, the blueprint of the modern centre-half, and of course he can play at left-back too. He's old school, he's uncompromising defensively, and he is truly outstanding on the football.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Now it's Son Heung-min.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ake. Now it's Gundogan. Still goalless. Son Heung-min. Udogi. Tottenham applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Ake.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Bentancur. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played,
Bolanya
well
nggak
stopped.
kelihatan. Kecil sekali.
Nice sequence of passes this. That's an excellent interception. There's the clearance. Well, that has not gone well. Ake. And it's Bernardo Silva. That's a good ball out wide. Bernardo Silva tries to dink it through. Can he latch on to this?
Nggak kelihatan.
Son Heung-min.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
And here's Son Heung-min. Solanke!
Waduh.
Now it's Kulusevski. Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
Dioper.
And we have our very first
Masuk
corner.
tuh harusnya tuh. Bobolan udah harusnya.
That's a decent clearance. Kulusevski. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. De Bruyne is there to clear. And they can counter here. And it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Vicario deals with it effortlessly. Udogi. He's gone forward. Bentancur. Now Van de Ven. Here's Madison. And here's Solanke. Oh, good carry finish. Oh, the ball's... And one more try.
bagus.
And he's done it.
Bagus.
That's no fluke. It's what he was there for.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, listen, a few words of
Masalahnya
advice and
nih
encouragement
nggak
for the
segarang.
manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's
Biasanya
paid off
ya.
here.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Kovacic was in no mood for any of that.
The attendance for this match was
Quarter of an hour
71,898.
into the second half.
Enak delaynya nih.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Tottenham appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the
Delaynya nggak enak.
counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Van de Ven. Kulusevski. Solanke. And the ball is out of play. Defending was strong and firm. The less said about that pass, the better. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Great hit! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Solanke is offering a right smile there.
Ini nggak bisa nyerang kayak gini. Ini ya.
Substitution on the field.
It's
Number
their second
30,
corner of the game.
Bentanko. Number 21, Kulusevski. Coming on
Ruben
the field.
Diaz attempts a
Number
clearance.
29, Salah.
And now a
Number
sudden chance to
9,
counter.
Richarlison.
Real chance!
Nggak bisa
Really
jaga.
well-taken goal. Two up and threatening to pull clear. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Son Heung-min demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Banyak full pressing terus
Tottenham
nih.
are
Diajak lari
sitting
terus.
pretty. 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
And he's managed to get free. Big header! Goal at his
Aduh.
mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
It's a good display of fighting spirit for me.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Pedro Porro. Richarlison. Sarr. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
De Bruyne. Gundogan. Oh, that was vital. Maddison. Solanke. Lewis calmly anticipates. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, that looks
cocok
like
ya
a final
City
warning.
pakai
Still
ini.
no card. Maddison is eyeing up his options in the middle. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Now it's Haaland. Kovacic. Well, played right into his path. Haaland.
Dijaga terus.
And they're back on the ball again. Big chance!
Waduh.
That was superb
Bagus ya.
goalkeeping.
Kipernya.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Gets his head to it! Tottenham have the chance to go the other way.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's got away.
There will be 3 minutes added
Oh,
time.
shooting chance! And he gets rid in a hurry. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. De Bruyne.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He won't be happy with that one.
Lari tak usah.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day.
Please
Your
put
reflections
hands
then, Jim.
together, everyone,
Well,
and
Peter,
give our
I
boys a
really
round of
couldn't see
applause
what
for
this
it.
team...
Jadi ini tetap ya pakai 4-2-2-2. Kalau mau masa gak dengar suaranya ya? Harusnya ada. Iya, kan nggak ada suaranya ya? Oh, ada. Ada harusnya. Ya, ini untuk pertandingan terakhirnya nih ya. Jadi 4-2-2-2 ini usahakan dari tim yang dipilih itu pemainnya eh, memiliki pemain sayap. Terus sama ada AMF juga. Sebenarnya yang lengkap itu ya Madrid. Terus kalau nggak salah tuh ada PSG ya. Kalau Liverpool itu nggak punya AMF. AMF-nya itu cuma si siapa? Hmm, Elliot sama Curtis Martin. Tapi itu pun nilainya itu 80. Jadi nggak ada yang 85 gitu ya. Jadi akhirnya biasanya Sobos lah ya saya jadikan. Ya Tottenham ini ya. Kuat Tottenham ini kuat. Larinya banter. Sama Solanke ini bodinya kuat itu. Nah, ini ya. IMF-nya Curtis John. Ya, jadi nggak bisa ya. Hmm, ini gini kan aja. Ini saya biasanya jadikan Dominic Soboslai. Hmm, Ini jadi ini ya. Ini si Mikas. Ini. Oh, salah tadi. Oke. Ya ini terakhir ya, pertandingan terakhir. Sebenarnya kalau bisa gini tuh ya enak. Mana ya? Oh, keliru.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. And as you can see, we've already started here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this fella, James Maddison, could be key here, Peter. It's all about how much of the ball he has. You'll often see him drop well below the opposition midfield line to collect the ball, and that's where all that combination play begins. He can beat you in so many ways from that position.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. No, that's been intercepted.
Delay ya.
There will be a throw-in. Bentancur. Oh, red. Nice interception. Gravenberg. Great ball if he can get there. He has found the way through. Gravenberg. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of
Lambat ya.
ifs and buts. If
Lambat.
only the pass could have completed its journey.
Bentancur. And done so. Van de Ven. Mohamed Salah looking to run onto it. Mohamed Salah. And it's hoisted clear.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Varinya.
Oh, that's clever. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Tottenham with their first
Diterima
corner.
ya.
The first in the game for either side, actually.
Kita apa-apa terima ya.
Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. It's their second corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pass is just off target. He can
Bodinya.
get that clear. Doggy out for a throw. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Now, what about a counter-attack? Van de Ven. Oh, and there could be danger here. He can run onto that. And he's certainly... Diaz! Oh, he's been caught napping.
Oh tuh. Gak mau mencet tuh.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Gila
He
ya.
has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And here's Jota. Madison. Now it's Son Heung-min. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising.
Son Heung-min, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Madison. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. And he's there to belt it away.
Larinya.
Tottenham claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Corner number 3
Apa ya?
coming up.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Keras ya mainnya.
In with the challenge. Madison. Mohamed Salah. Bissouma cuts out the pass. Jota. Gravenberg. Alexander-Arnold. Played it again. Climbs up big.
Offside.
Jota gets flagged offside.
Udah ada pemainnya tuh.
There will be 1 minute added
And
time.
reclaimed it in a trice. Vicario. There's the whistle for half-time. As if we needed reminding, no
Mantap
easy
larinya.
games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic,
So
far
it's
from
been
slow,
even so far.
highly engaging,
Which way will
but
things go in the
goalless.
second half? Ours, of
How's
course.
the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. It's a pretty loose pass. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Danso getting this one clear. Madison. It's Bentancur. Now who's going to be first to this? And he's been shifted off it. Johnson. Richarlison. Bentancur. Madison. Son Heung-min. Oh, well played, well played. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Tottenham appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And he's managed to get free. Bentancur. And he's let fly. Missed by a fraction.
Gila ya. Gak enak nih.
The
Has been
attendance for this
cut
match
short.
was 72,306.
60 minutes played. That's really well manoeuvred. Very Little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Johnson. Diaz.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Silang layunya. Jota. Salah. Saudara-saudara.
Substitution in progress.
Kurang menusuk.
Bentancur. Liverpool are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And here's Richarlison. Richarlison, great hit! He's got a goal!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Tottenham are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Robertson is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. That is out and behind, it's a good block.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Nice interception, well timed. Tottenham have the chance to go the other way. Can he spark a counter here? Darwin, that is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Ups for safety. Done so. Decent progress down the left. Oh, no joy this time. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Great ball if he can get there. Oh, that's a fine interception. McAllister. Liverpool are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Look, their path is set.
It's a mighty effort! He will be livid with himself.
Yes.
The final 5 minutes.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Tos.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Diaz. Gravenberg. And it's Son Heung-min. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Has been indicated.
Basuma. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Tottenham have got it back and they'll have another. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Liverpool may have thrown this away at the death. Alisson will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. Not a twitch, not a blink. Should we have ever doubted? That's at the end. In the end, there's no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day.
Dengan
Any
kalau
reflections on
musuh
what
full
you've seen, Jim?
press,
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in
bertahannya harus
everything the
rapi ya.
players were trying to do.
Cuma ini
Looking
karena
pretty lethargic,
streaming
and
ya,
they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
kayak
And all that
cepet-cepet ya.
remains for me is to thank Jim
Mungkin
Beglin. That's
settingannya
it from
juga. Ini
us
saya nggak bisa
tonight.
pakai
A very good
preview.
evening to one and all.
Harusnya tampilan utama yang dijadikan. Jadi ya untuk nextnya mungkin lebih maksimal ya. Oke. Terima kasih untuk waktu yang telah diberikan. Jadi saya tutup sampai di sini. Salam gamer.